Hi there, Mandee Sears here with GPS Real Estate powered by Keller Williams. And today we're going to be talking about what is a seller's market. So there are three types of markets in real estate. There's a seller's market, there's a neutral market, and there's a buyer's market. And we have been in a seller's market for quite some time at the date of this video. There is simply not enough supply to meet the demand for the houses in the country, and definitely not locally. It's regular high school economics of supply and demand. There is just simply not enough homes on the market to meet the demand from the buyers. And there's a few reasons for this situation. One of the major reasons is that builders have gotten behind the eight ball since the housing bust. They have not been building enough homes since, say, 2009 to 2012 to keep up with the demand that there is for homes. Another big reason is that millennials are coming into the age of home buying. And the millennials are the biggest generation that we have. They beat the baby boomers. And speaking of the baby boomers aren't selling their homes. A lot of them are turning them into multi-generational homes, or they're hanging on to them and buying a second home in Arizona, Florida, whatever. So they're not relinquishing their home ownership so that it's available for the millennials to purchase. Home builders that are building are typically not building homes in that entry-level price range. That is a big problem because there's a lot of first-time home buyers out there. And those first-time home buyers in our area can't afford, $300,000 plus for their very first home. They've got to get in at a lot lower price in order to get their feet wet as homeowners, build some equity, and then sell and get their move-up home. There's really just a lot of reasons that we're in this market. Something that a seller's market is not, and thanks to the housing bust, is it doesn't mean that sellers can just name their price. That is not the way it works anymore. Back in the housing bust, we had subprime lending, meaning that the people that were getting the loans weren't necessarily the best risk to pay back the loans. They were lending 100% plus of what the home was worth. And so people found themselves upside down, that they owed more on the home than the home was worth. We don't have any of that now in this situation, in this housing shortage. So the market's not going to crash. It's just really hard when there's no inventory out there to meet all the demand. And regulators, the government, have put regulations in place to make sure that we don't have homes appraising for ridiculous amounts without the data to back it up, to say that the home is actually worth that amount. Yes, home prices are rising, absolutely, but they're not rising to a rate that's ridiculous compared to the market, because a fair market price is what a buyer is willing to pay and what a seller is willing to sell at. That's what determines fair market price. And yeah, you've heard the stories about people paying $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000 over asking price. But most of the time, those are cash buyers, or they're buyers that have the ability to pay the difference in cash between what the home would appraise at and what it's valued at, and what the purchase price is, I'm sorry. So, yeah, these new regulations for appraisers are pretty strict. And so that's why we haven't had the jumps that were absolutely crazy back in, 2005, 2006, whatever. We've got some things in place though that are going to make sure that that's not crazy ever again. But we still have to deal with the fact that there just simply aren't enough homes to meet the demand for the millennials, the Gen Xers, the people that are doing move-up homes. We need some more baby boomers to retire to Florida or California or Arizona or wherever they want to go and let go of their homes here so that we can get some more on the market. And until this inventory gets an influx, we're going to continue to stay in a seller's market. Home values are going to continue to appreciate, not at the crazy levels they have, double digits in the last year or two. More likely, forecasters are talking about single digit increases in value of your home, which is way more normal. But the supply chain problems have caused problems with builders. They're way behind on meeting the homes that they are contracted to build because they've had a hard time getting the supplies they need to build. There's a lot that goes into it and makes it a seller's market. But the bottom line to you as a client or a customer is that when a home comes on the market, it's going to sell. So you have to be ready. You have to have your pre-approval, not your pre-qualification, your pre-approval. You have to be ready to jump. If your realtor calls you and says, hey, your dream home just came on the market, you can't say, okay, I've got, 2 days worth of stuff to do and then I'll go look at it. It'll be gone by then. You've got to be ready to jump and jump now. So anything that you have to do with your personal finances, with your knowing what your budget is and what your actual wants and needs are, these are things that you need to discuss with your realtor so that you're sure that the homes that you're going to look at are truly ones that you might make an offer on. So you're not wasting your time. Don't go jump up and run and look at every single home, especially when you know that it's not going to work for you and or your family. Just be ready to sign that contract, sign that offer when the home that you're looking for does come on the market, because it is going to sell, and it's going to sell quick in a seller's market. All right, I hope this has helped a little bit explain what a seller's market is, why we have seller's market, what causes them. A neutral market is between the sellers and the buyer's market, which means there's usually just enough inventory for the amount of buyers that are on the market. And a buyer's market means that there is more homes on the market in inventory for sale than there are buyers. And that's when you get to be really super picky. We're not sure when the next buyer's market is going to start or when we're going to keep moving into a neutral market. It will happen because the thing about real estate is it's cyclical. It goes in cycles. It will happen. We just don't see it on the horizon quite yet. So if you're one of those people that's out there looking for a house, your best bet is to be prepared, have all your ducks in a row. And when you see that home, call your realtor, or when your realtor sees that home and they call you, you're ready. You're ready today, and you know exactly what you can do in order to get that home. So this has been Mandee with GPS Real Estate, powered by Keller Williams. Hope this has helped you. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video so that it gets put in the algorithm with YouTube. And we'll see you on the next video.